Okay, I'm gonna level with you. The footage you're gonna see today is not really what I thought I was gonna be making today. Um, the Push 3 got here, and I'm so excited, and I've been excited, but it wasn't quite the smooth experience I hoped it would be, and I'm gonna show you what happened. Was it worth it in the end? Maybe so.
This is 50 minutes into trying to get this set up. Initially connecting to Wi-Fi, authorizing, installing the firmware update. That was all pretty reasonable. But good God, installing packs is a one by one click download for all of them, and then go back and then click install for all of them. And every time it installs, it boots you out of this window. So then you go back. It's gonna be 2 hours, I think. And not of just waiting, which I could live with, but of actual interactive work to use the Ableton Push 3 in standalone. I can't believe I was like actually considering making a video about setting this up that was gonna be like exciting. Like unboxing and using. This is unreal, dude. I did not want this week's video to be about this, but I think this week's video is gonna be about this. Okay, yeah, so to prove my point, because we've installed the Loop Masters pack here, if I wanted to get back to where I was, this button? No. Why would the back button take you there? No. You have to push the jog wheel back. Okay, cool, so then I push the jog wheel back again, right? No, that'll take you out of where you were. Now you have to click packs again. If you wanted to go back, you had to hit back on the D-pad. What? Oh yeah, and yeah, let's just, another one. Okay, that one was really fast, but I think that's because it's a Max for Live thing and it doesn't have like actual audio data. This one will probably be fast too. I think all these M for L ones are gonna be really fast. Let's see. Yeah, this is relatively fast compared to that Loop Masters one. Here's my deal, man. This could have been an install all, set it and forget it. No, I have been manually doing this for an hour. And yeah, you don't have to install all of your packs to use this, but if the whole point is you can use all of your Ableton Suite sounds on the standalone device, then why would I not want to do that? Oh, and we're back. Back on the jog wheel, back on the D-pad, available packs, and another one. Jesus, come on, man. Oh, that one's really fast. Okay, nice. Back on the jog wheel, back on the D-pad, and another one.
I just feel like I can't be clear enough how excited I was and am, but really like was for the Push 3 and how this has taken the wind out of my sails entirely. What is happening? How is no one else making, I mean, Weaver made a video that kind of touched on this, but I did not realize how bad this is.
Okay, credit where it's due. We're about an hour into this process and I figured out something. Once you hit back on this, you can just hold this arrow and go to available packs. So that's cool. Saved a little time. Oh my God. Oh my God. This, the push got here at 9. Well, I picked it up at 10 a.m. Pacific time. I started posting on my Instagram story how excited I was. And if you're checking on my mood, it's not great. If I'm being real, but
it's definitely worth noting if you don't have Ableton Suite and you just have Ableton Intro or Lite or even Standard, this is probably not as much of a problem. So there are multiple ways to read this where it's like, well, that's good then, you know, because your average new user might not have this issue. I would just say this kind of feels like punishing your biggest customers. And I'm a little worried that Ableton will never want to work with me after this, but if you can't keep it honest about what's not working, what's the point of doing this kind of thing? I'm sure this is going to be a really fun device to use when it's actually available for me to use after I've finished installing this stuff, but right now it's been kind of a bummer, and I'm really curious how I'm going to feel after all this. It's going to be a weird video.
It's 11:19. We're still installing MoodReel. While we're making our way through the O's and into the P's here, I feel like I should be really clear. This is the most hyped I've ever been for a piece of music gear. This is literally my favorite software in my favorite hardware in standalone. So you can call me a hater, but just know that this comes from a place of love.
It's been 10 minutes since the last time I filmed a little talking to the camera portion. We're on O's, getting close to P's, and yeah, like I said a second ago, I'm really excited for the Push 3. I mean, I paid my own $2,000. I split it up on a zero-interest financing card because I don't have that kind of cash on me, and it's a discussion for another day. The channel makes enough to make the payments, so don't worry about it. Actually, that's not true, but it's okay. But yes, wow, this is so deflating. I really was going to make a video about how cool this is, and this is not that video, even though I'm sure this product is still very cool. This part sucks really bad, and people should be ready for it. And hopefully, this won't even be a problem that people in the future will have. I hope this video is outdated soon, even though that would be bad for the video. It would be good for the world.
We've made it to RetroSense. Woo. It's 11:34.
I feel like some of you might be watching this video wondering, well, why didn't you just play with it without the packs first? Why are you still doing this to yourself? I don't know what's wrong with me. I don't... Get out of here with that logic. All around me are familiar faces.
God damn it. We're getting so close. So close to having every pack installed. And I just about have to leave my house for a pre-planned engagement after 2 hours. Okay. That's not Ableton's fault, but this is.
Okay. I'm back from Spider-Verse, Across the Spider-Verse. An amazing movie. Loved the first one, loved the second one. So good. Anyway, glad I did that, but because of the timing of the showtime, I didn't get to use the Push. I only installed packs. So I think I'm gonna make something with the Push. Let's do it. Okay, so I am finally going to be able to use the Push. All the packs are installed. It was quite an experience. Wasn't my favorite experience getting that all set up, but I'm excited to make something, or at least just play around a bit. Okay. Let's see what we got. I'm gonna go to sounds, bass. I don't currently hear anything. I don't know if it's set to preview though. And I don't know how to preview. Let's see, is it this? Yeah, there we go. You know what? This is cool, but let's try an MPE sound actually. Sounds cool. Scale. Let's do A minor. Okay, that's gonna be fun. Oh man, I really like that. Okay, let's try a different sound. So this is loading a totally different sound, and that's not too long. So the way MPE works on the Push, and you maybe already know this, is that these pads, you can slide your note and it's going to stay in the scale we're in, but there's also vertical sliding. changing the sound as we go up and down. And this is per pad. I can make some of the notes soft, changing the timbre of each individual note. I'm going to have to practice, obviously, because I've not really played an MPE instrument before, but similar to the Osmos Express E or Expressive E, I'm not sure which it was, which I really wanted to play with. When I saw this, I was like, oh, this is something I think I could get really into. Wow. Okay. A lot of choir. Oh, that sounds pretty. What? MPE Dulcimata. How would that work? As someone who learned like violin and cello and marimba and things like that when I was a kid, something about MIDI that's always felt stifling with organic sounds. Is that they always felt, when you trigger an old MIDI note in like an old default MIDI string pack, it would be like, and it would just have no personality. And now you can get way too wild with it, right? But I'm imagining as you learn this, there's a subtlety you can introduce. Like that's too much. Wow. Yeah, cool. I just feel like, almost unlike almost any other standalone groovebox, this feels like one where you really could make film scores. Like it actually feels suited to that type of work in a really interesting way. Okay, let's back out of here. And there are strings and stuff like that too. I think there's like real string packs, because I installed every pack, as you may have noticed. Broken harps. Whoa. Huh. The pads. The pads feel so much better than the Push 2. my god. Oh my god. This thing is gonna be so cool.
Okay, you know what? Actually, it was all worth it. I'm so stoked about this thing.